Hi there, my name is Heidi Keuper and I am the host of the YouTube show Lost and Found No More Secrets. I'm helping to fill in for Amy. I realize Amy is the OG at this, but I'm going to do my best to try and give y'all a good story because this one really touched my heart. The reason this story touched my heart so much was I think it's the only time, pretty sure it's the only time I've ever got to have an interaction with the bio mom, the 92-year-old bio mom. So this is an adoption case that came to me, and I'm going to have to use fictional names. So for my first client, I'm going to call her Lisa. And Lisa's adopted, and she had a half-sibling match on her father's side. So when she came to me, she had already figured out her father's side. She'd reached out to the half-sibling match and just didn't really have much of a connection. He was nice, but she just didn't really feel much of a connection with him. Her mom's side was much more difficult as far as the matches. It really took some digging. So I'm working her case on the maternal side, and I'm figuring out the lines are coming together. But what I do is when I'm working a case, the case is the family is put into a floating branch in the tree, and one of the last things I do is typically attach that floating branch to the main tree so the client can see everything. But as I'm working it, it's out there floating, so the clients usually aren't savvy enough with Ancestry to see that. But not Lisa. Lisa figured out that if she went to the tree overview, she can see the recent additions that were made. So I am working with my researcher, and we had found the bio mom, found a class year picture of her and attached it to the tree, but she's still floating. Lisa pretty much instantly messages me in her client room, and she says, Heidi, that picture you just attached, I saw that picture. I know that's my bio mom. I saw that picture and I had a visceral reaction. She was crying. She knew that was her bio mom. And I was like, yeah, Lisa, usually what I try to do is I call it recon on the biological parents. I want to know where they were at when the client was born, kind of what was going on in their life. Did they have any other kids? Get lots of pictures, and just to be able to give that reveal to be like a movie almost. She was too smart. She was sneaky, and she was following my progress. So she had also on her maternal side had a half brother match. Well, he could have been a half brother and uncle. He didn't have a tree, and we weren't sure of his age. So she had reached out to him, and we are going to call him Rob. So she reached out to Rob and said, hey, I'm working with this genetic genealogist, Heidi, and if you'd like for her to help you solve your case, I can put the two of you together. And he was kind of hesitant at first. He's like, my wife got me this test, and I really wasn't looking to find family. I mainly just wanted to see my ethnicity and so forth. He goes, let me think about it. He was hesitant. Well, Lisa's just got a fabulous personality. And turns out, as she's talking to Rob, they are both retired clergy. She is Jewish and he is Episcopal. And so they bonded over the clergy. And so finally, after a few days, he's like, okay, I'll agree to let Heidi work my case. So turns out he is a half brother, wasn't an uncle. And the bio mom, who I'm going to call Pam, is 92 years old and still alive and doing well, like mentally with it. She has a Facebook page. She's active on her Facebook page. I was looking at her Facebook page and I thought, what a neat lady. So what happened was Lisa had reached out to, first she sent a letter to Pam, and we have a template that we share with our clients, and it's a great template. And in her letter to Pam, she had said that this is how you can reach me, and gave her name on Facebook. And a couple days after Pam, bio mom's Pam, had received the letter, she had sent Lisa, my client, just a Facebook message, just a wave, like, how you doing? And Lisa's like, okay, cool. She's taking it easy, but she's open to talking with me. So they ended up talking, and also same thing we called him Rob, right? Yeah, half brother Rob. So Rob also had contacted Pam, and one thing I have to say about Pam is during that time period, there was a whole lot of shame with being unmarried and placing children up for adoptions. So she just not placed one, but she placed two, and she has two children from her previous marriage, and she was really concerned about how her children, what her family was going to think about her. She'd had a really difficult life and did what she thought was best. Well, her children were and still are very, very supportive, wanting to meet Rob and Lisa. And I was so super proud of how brave that Pam is for not just shutting the door on them, because that happens, unfortunately. And I was just really super proud of her. So I decided I'm going to send Pam flowers, because I wanted to recognize her bravery. So I did that. I sent her flowers. And she had sent me a card, thank you card. And in her thank you card, she said to me, I'll never forget this. She said to me, I never knew why I've lived as long as I have lived at 92 years old. And after being reunited with Rob and Lisa, I now know why God has let me live as long as I have. I was meant to meet them. Could you imagine? I mean, tears. So Rob and Lisa have already met. In fact, recently Rob had a birthday, and Lisa had sent him a birthday card for every decade of his life that she had missed. So he got a birthday card, for whenever he was a 10-year-old, a 20-year-old. You get the message, and it's so sweet. Also, what's cool is I'm talking with Rob and Lisa separately, because they each have their own client room. And it's so cute, because Lisa will message me like, oh, I talked to Rob today and he said this, and then Rob will do the same thing. And I'm just loving watching them get to know each other as brother and sister. They recently met, and they sent me a picture, and in there Lisa had gotten Rob the cutest shirt that says the best big brother ever. And it's just one of those candid shots where like they're walking through a field and they're looking at each other and smiling, and Lisa's got her leg out. It's the best story. I'm trying to get them to be on our show, on the YouTube Lost and Found show. They are wanting to meet Mom first before that, and also there's a little bit of secrecy still that the entire family doesn't know. But this was just one of those cases that really, really warmed my heart. I think that's it. So if you could subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and comment and let me know what you thought of this sweet, sweet story. Thanks.